Warning: this video might scare you. If you're easily frightened, it's best not to watch. Viewer discretion is advised.
Number 1. While exploring a peaceful forest trail on horseback, Reddit user Gypsy Road HGHHWY noticed something strange up ahead. Between the trees, they managed to catch something odd. A mysterious figure partly hidden behind a tree. Even the horse seemed uneasy, as if it too felt that something wasn't quite right. Number 2. While walking through a fog-covered forest, the man felt an uneasy chill that made him pull out his phone to record. Not long after, he noticed a tall, dark shape moving through the mist. As he kept filming, more shadowy figures seemed to appear, though they were hard to see clearly. He couldn't tell if it was just one figure shifting around or several different ones. The feeling of being watched grew stronger, and with his heart pounding, he decided it was best to get out of the forest before anything happened. Number 3. This man decided to go camping deep in the forest, and during his hike, he stumbled upon something strange on the ground. It looked like a large footprint, complete with what could have been a big toe.
There, it kind of looks like an impression. It would be the right foot, that would be the big toe, like this. It's funny how cameras have trouble getting that. It almost looks like another one there.
As night came, things got even weirder. While filming himself in the dark, he unknowingly captured something odd in the background. Faint footsteps could be heard, and a figure seemed to move behind him, though he didn't notice it at the time. It was only later, while editing the video, that he saw it. That same night, he was startled awake by unexplained sounds around his campsite, and more strange noises continued throughout the night.
Whoa.
Even now, he can't say for sure if it was just the forest playing tricks, or if someone or something had actually been there watching him. Number 4. While camping alone in the woods, a man heard a terrifying scream echoing through the night, something that didn't sound quite human. Hoping to catch the noise on film, he quickly grabbed his camera. But what ended up on the recording was even more unsettling. After sharing the footage online, people noticed something chilling. An eerie face hovering just behind him. At the time, the camper had no idea it was there and simply carried on with his trip as usual. Nothing else strange happened during his stay, but that unexpected discovery stuck with him. It makes you wonder if, without realizing it, he might have actually filmed a ghost. Number 5. While making TikTok videos out in the forest, 2 friends spotted something that made them uneasy. A mysterious figure standing at a distance, quietly watching them. Feeling creeped out, they decided it was best to leave right away. But as they headed back to their car, they realized the person seemed to be following them the entire way. They had thought about carrying something for self-defense, just in case, though thankfully they never had to use it. Still, it left them wondering why someone would silently trail behind strangers like that and what they might have planned. Number 6. Temple Franco shared a photo of a young girl doing a handstand at Ohio State University, but it's what appears in the background that really stands out. Behind her, there's a faint, pale figure dressed in clothes that look like they're from another era. Franco explained that the photo was taken years ago and there wasn't anyone else nearby when it was snapped. Ohio State itself has a darker past, including a tragic poisoning in 1925. And over the years, there have been various reports of paranormal activity around campus. Some believe this mysterious figure might be a lingering trace of those unsettling events from the university's history. Number 7.
Invite.
A man was seen free climbing along the edge of a huge canyon of ropes, no helmet, and no safety gear at all. It isn't clear exactly what he was attempting, and details about the moment are scarce. But viewers noticed two strange things. Even with the strong canyon winds, the voices in the video are unusually clear, and oddly, those winds only seem to pick up once the camera pulls back. The clip leaves people wondering what was really happening during that risky climb. Number 8. While walking along a remote trail, a hiker films something that still raises questions. In the middle of the path, a figure could be seen either crouching or sitting quietly. At first, it seemed like it might just be a person, but the more it was watched, the stranger it appeared. Something about it didn't feel quite right. Feeling uneasy, the hiker decided to turn back, leaving behind only this short, mysterious clip. To this day, it's unclear what they really saw out there. Number 9. John and his friend from the channel Exploration Unknown were hiking deep into a forested area they thought was public land, though some signs suggested otherwise. Almost immediately, strange noises echoed through the trees, making them both uneasy. Despite feeling nervous, they decided to keep exploring. As night settled in, things took an alarming turn.
I don't know if it is or not, because it used to be a logging road back. Because there's a road that's supposedly, this one is supposed to go uphill, and then this one's supposed to keep going kind of flat. I keep hearing stuff moving, man. I don't like this, Tim.
Dude,
This is one of the scariest places, guys. You can't even, like, my light's not lighting it up enough for you to see how freaking creepy this is. Like,
Out of nowhere, a truck appeared on the trail and stopped nearby. The atmosphere shifted from eerie to terrifying when the men inside the truck got out and one of them had a gun.
bad. Dude, they were waiting. He's here. Shh. Get down, get down. Oh God, dude, we gotta get out of here. You shut the engine off. Dude, we gotta get out of here. I can't see, I gotta turn. Don't move. Maybe I'll wait. Oh God, he's getting out. Oh God. Dude, he's got a gun. He's got a gun. Okay, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Okay. Go, go, go. Go. Oh God. Oh God. Jim, Jim, you okay? Jim, you okay? You okay? Get up, dude. Come on. Get up, get up, get up. Are you good? Are you good? Are you?
Panicking, John and his friend ran into the dark forest, stumbling over roots and branches as they fled. Hearts pounding, they managed to escape without getting hurt, but the encounter left them shaken. What started as a curious hike quickly turned into one of the scariest moments they'd ever faced in the woods. Number 10. A woman set up a trail camera in a quiet forest she often visits, never expecting it to catch anything unusual. But when she checked the footage, she noticed something strange. A tall, human-like figure seemed to appear out of nowhere, quickly slipping behind a tree before disappearing from view. She filmed the clip from her computer screen using her phone, so the quality isn't great, making it hard to see clear details. The shape looks unusually tall, but it's impossible to say for sure if that's real or just a trick of perspective. Adding to the mystery, she shared that locals talk about this forest being haunted by the spirit of a hunter who once roamed the area. Could it have been his ghost caught on camera? Number 11. Just as someone was getting ready to paraglide, something unexpected and frightening happened.
Vente pa' acá, ven. Vente. No. Vente. El perro. El perro.
As they took off, their dog tried to jump after them and ended up grabbing onto the paraglider. Luckily, the dog didn't fall far and was unharmed, but watching it unfold was terrifying. After the video surfaced online, many people were outraged, pointing out how risky it was to bring a dog to such a dangerous spot without a leash or any safety precautions. Number 12. During a visit to Crawford Road in Yorktown, Virginia, a place known for its unsettling history, a woman and her friend took a few photos. Later, when she shared them with her son, he spotted something chilling. In the picture, you can see part of a light-colored shirt to the right of her friend, who had confidently walked away alone as a playful dare, insisting nothing strange would happen. But the photo suggests she wasn't actually alone after all. It leaves an eerie question hanging in the air. Who or what was really standing there with her? Number 13. While out hiking, a man paused to look at some bushes, completely unaware of what was happening right behind him. Just a few feet away, a mountain lion stood silently, watching him. A nearby trail camera caught the entire moment on film. Amazingly, the man never realized the big cat was there, and the mountain lion didn't make a move. In a way, his complete lack of awareness may have been what kept him safe that day. Number 14. Philly and Keely, who've spent 6 years exploring the world from their van, thought they'd seen just about everything. But one chilly night in Greece near Meteora turned out differently. After parking for what they hoped would be a peaceful night under the stars, strangers suddenly appeared from the bushes, pretending to be police by flashing lights.
What are you shining your light for? No! You're not police!
Things quickly escalated when someone even tried to open the van door, fully aware that the couple was inside. Realizing this wasn't just an ordinary break-in attempt, Philly hid the gas and they drove off to safety. Later, still shaken, they reflected on how frightening it really was, especially knowing that someone was willing to break in despite clearly seeing them inside.
What can I say?
I'm really annoyed. Guys, the thing is for me, right, is the absolute audacity that they kept trying to get in the van and kept demanding that we open the van to them. And I'm like, what was their plan? Did they have a weapon? Were they trying to, like, how were they planning to steal everything while we were both here? Like...
Well, I think we just did the right thing. We just jumped in and drove away, so... It's just annoying because it's something that it does kind of set you back, especially us as well, because this has happened to us quite a lot, and we did actually get robbed. And it's just annoying because we've always had that fear in our heads, and when something like this happens, it just brings everything right back to the surface. And then there's going to be a healing process. It's going to just take time before you feel safe in the van again, you know.
But there's so many of our friends have never experienced anything, have never had attempted break-ins. I don't know what it is that we exude that this van looks very breakable, but...
Incidents like this leave a lasting mark, making it harder to ever feel fully at ease again while living on the road. In another unsettling encounter, a man hiking through the Scottish countryside noticed a woman standing alone in an empty field. Her slow, deliberate movements seemed almost ritualistic, as if she were summoning something. Intrigued but uneasy, he started filming. Given Scotland's long history tied to witchcraft and strange folklore, it made him wonder if he'd stumbled onto something darker, or maybe it was just someone rehearsing, dressed up, or in distress. Either way, the moment felt so unnerving that he decided to leave soon after. Number 15. In the woods of West Virginia, a local resident set up a trail camera after hearing strange noises around their property. What the camera ended up capturing was truly unsettling. A huge figure, estimated to stand about 7.5 to 8 feet tall, holding something in its hand and staring straight into the lens, almost as if it knew it was being watched. Even though more cameras were installed afterward, nothing else has shown up since. Still, the property owner is convinced that what they caught on camera could have been a Sasquatch lurking in the forest. Number 16. A group of friends decided to check out an old, supposedly empty house while they were camping nearby. At first, it was just a normal exploration. Then they crawled under the house, hoping to take a closer look around, and even spotted an old Coke bottle. But suddenly, they heard loud footsteps moving across the floor above them.
What is that?
Panicked, they scrambled to get out from under the house as fast as they could. Later, they even went back inside to see what could have caused the noise. But there was nothing there to explain it.
Oh, that's weird. Here. That is strange.
Number 17. A hiker and his family were exploring forest trails in Olympia, Washington. There were 5 of them walking ahead together, except for his sister, who stayed back to take her usual careful nature photos. Later, when they looked through the pictures, they noticed something unsettling. At the far end of the path in one shot, there was a figure standing perfectly still, holding what looked like a long object, maybe an axe or a scythe. They tried zooming in to see better, but it remained unclear. It left them wondering if someone had been quietly watching them the whole time, or if something disturbing had happened right behind them without anyone noticing. Number 18. On the 3rd of March, 2023, a woman took some photos of her new porch at sunset in Mount Vernon, Georgia. At the time, everything seemed perfectly normal. But years later, her daughter was looking through those old pictures and spotted something unsettling, a figure standing quietly on the porch. The house is in an area tied to Civil War history, sitting between 2 old cemeteries, Adams Cemetery and the Basil Connell Family Cemetery. While the family hasn't experienced much obvious paranormal activity, the woman has felt sudden chills inside the house from time to time. It makes you wonder if she unknowingly captured a glimpse of someone long gone. Number 19. While out walking her dog one evening, a woman was struck by how bright and full the moon looked. Wanting to share the moment, she snapped a few quick photos to send to her boyfriend. The pictures were taken only seconds apart, but in the last shot, something unexpected showed up on the right side of a figure she hadn't noticed at the time. Locals who've seen the photo say it doesn't look like an animal or just a trick of the light. Some even believe it could be a forest spirit, something rarely glimpsed by people. As for the woman herself, she still can't explain what ended up in her photo and remains puzzled by the strange figure that appeared that night. Number 20. Reddit user CN Badger shared an old photo from a hiking trip he took in the mid-2000s near a friend's cabin. In the picture, he's wearing his father's old army uniform. But what really caught everyone's attention wasn't his outfit, it was something in the background. A pale, ghostly figure that looked like a woman possibly pregnant or cradling a baby can be seen standing at a distance. According to him, there weren't any statues, decorations, or anything similar around the cabin that could explain it. The eerie figure remains a mystery to this day. Number 21. While on vacation, a young man from Japan filmed a video by a quiet river where he planned to kayak. At the time, everything seemed perfectly normal. But when he later reviewed the footage, he noticed something disturbing. In the video, a pair of hands appear to rise out of the water, gripping the concrete edge of a nearby bridge. The angle and position of the hands didn't look like someone simply climbing out, it felt off, almost unnatural. Strangely, he hadn't seen anything unusual while he was there, making the discovery later even more unsettling. Number 22. A group of friends went hiking in the mountains and filmed their entire adventure. At the time, everything seemed perfectly normal, but when they later watched the video, they spotted something unsettling. In the background, there was a shadowy figure standing still, as if it had been silently watching them. None of them had noticed it back then, not even the person behind the camera. Looking at the footage now, they can't quite tell what exactly it was, but the sight of it still sends shivers down their spines. Number 23. In June 2011, a hiker wandering through Norway's fog-covered forest captured something unsettling on camera. As the lens moved across the misty landscape, a dark shape slowly took form in the distance. Moments later, another figure appeared even closer. When the footage was slowed down, both figures seemed oddly hunched, with shapes and movements that didn't quite look human. Because of the thick fog and grainy quality of the video, it's hard to say for certain what was really there. But the person who shared the clip is sure of one thing: they don't believe those shapes were just people. They're convinced it was something far stranger. Number 24. In 2020, Reddit user Hello I'm Ronnie captured something strange on camera while walking through their parents' yard on their birthday around 6:30 p.m. Near the edge of the driveway by the trees, they noticed a figure pacing back and forth, almost as if it was anxious. Then, without warning, The figure stopped and stared directly at them. From about 100 to 150 feet away, Ronnie managed to snap 2 zoomed-in photos. What really made the moment unsettling wasn't just the sight itself, but how out of place it felt. Even after searching through forums and reading different theories, they were never able to explain exactly what they saw that evening. Number 25. A few years ago, a hiker traveled to Mitaken to spend time with a friend. They took photos together during the visit, and later she casually shared them online without thinking much of it. Months later, her friend sadly passed away. While going through those old photos to remember her, she noticed something chilling in one of the shots. Behind her stood a woman in a white dress, someone who definitely hadn't been there when the picture was taken. What makes this discovery even more unsettling is the location itself, known in the past for cartel violence and as a spot where bodies were dumped. It raises the eerie question, did she accidentally capture the spirit of someone who met a tragic end there? Number 26. A lone hiker was making his way through the forest late at night when he noticed something unsettling, a pale face with 2 glowing eyes staring back at him from the darkness. Frozen in place, he couldn't tell if it was just an animal, something unexplained, or something far more threatening. In the corner of the footage, 2 more glowing eyes seemed to appear briefly, though they were never fully caught on camera. Whatever it was, it kept itself hidden, leaving the hiker and anyone watching wondering what had really been out there in the night. Number 27. While filming a car being pulled out of a ravine, a hiker accidentally recorded something disturbing. As the car was lifted, a pale hand with long fingers seemed to toss something out from the back seat. When officials later checked the vehicle, they discovered it was completely empty, with no sign that anyone had been inside. The strange footage left viewers uneasy and wondering what or who had really been there in that car. Number 28. In the middle of a beautiful natural setting, 4 hikers set out across a suspension bridge that stretched over the sparkling waters of Lake Kimana. The sun lit up the landscape, and the group shared laughs and stories, completely caught up in the moment. But just as they were enjoying themselves the most, something unexpected happened. Despite the bridge being considered safe for up to 10 people and often used by hikers, it suddenly gave way. 3 of them plunged about 30 feet into the icy water below. The cold was a shock, and it took a few moments for them to steady themselves in the freezing current. Luckily, no one was seriously hurt, but the fall left them shaken and turned what started as a fun day into a memory they wouldn't soon forget. Number 29. While walking through a quiet forest in the Netherlands, a couple thought they had the trail completely to themselves. But then they spotted someone standing silently behind a tree, just watching them. They snapped a quick photo and kept moving, feeling uneasy. Although they didn't see the figure again, they had the unsettling sense of being followed the rest of the way. Back at their car, they looked at the photo and realized something even stranger. The person wasn't dressed like a normal hiker at all. He was wearing a black suit and a black hat, completely out of place in the woods. The sight left them deeply unsettled, unsure what this mysterious person had really wanted. Number 30. During a camping trip, a girl decided to take a live photo with her friends to share with her mom. At first, it seemed like an ordinary picture, but when they looked closer, they noticed something unsettling. As the light around them dimmed, a dark silhouette appeared behind the group. They turned around right away to see if anyone was there, but the spot was empty. The sudden appearance of the shadow left them shaken. And to this day, they still don't know what or who had been standing behind them in that moment. Number 31. What started as a simple hike for the YouTube team from Lost Places and Legends quickly turned into something far stranger. The video shows 2 people walking through dense, shadowy woods, where the only sounds come from the crunch of leaves underfoot and the occasional rustle somewhere in the distance. Armed with flashlights and cameras, they push forward, feeling uneasy with every step. Then, a faint blue light flickers between the trees, barely visible but impossible to ignore. Stories about this area tell of strange lights, ghostly figures, and unexplained orbs appearing out of nowhere. And in that moment, it's easy to see why people believe them. The deeper they go, the more unsettling the forest becomes.
Just hovering right there. Here, I'm gonna cut my light out. Cut your headlamp out. That's better. I can see it.
Suddenly, they catch a quick flash of something blue floating through the trees, separate from their flashlight beams. Their exploration leads them to a forgotten cemetery hidden in the woods, where rows of old gravestones stretch out, some so worn the names can hardly be read. What's odd is the fresh flowers placed on a few graves, making them wonder who's been there recently. As they snap photos, hoping to capture something paranormal, an eerie scream cuts through the night air.
What was that? It sounded like that scream again. It sounded like it come from that way, though. Behind it here.
It sounds close and then even closer. Panic sets in as they scan the dark forest with their flashlights, hearts racing. They keep moving, picking up the pace until they're nearly running, the blue light reappearing now and then at the edge of their sight. By the time they reach their truck, they're exhausted, sweating, and desperate to leave. Even as they drive away, there's this heavy feeling that something unseen was watching them all along, something that doesn't belong in those woods. Number 32. A man was riding his bike through the woods as daylight started to fade. When he reached a fork in the trail, everything suddenly grew unnaturally quiet. Just then, he caught sight of something strange.
Holy crap, dude, this trail going on forever. It just got really quiet really fast.
Off to the side, a shape that looked almost like a skinwalker, blending in among the trees. His heart racing, he tried to restart his bike, but it wouldn't budge at first. After what felt like forever, it finally roared to life, and he raced away from the area. Even now, he isn't sure if his eyes were playing tricks on him, or if something truly unsettling had been standing there, watching. Number 33. Back in 2019, a couple was driving through the stunning mountain roads of Taiwan, completely absorbed in the beauty around them. Without really knowing why, they pulled off to the side for just a few seconds before carrying on. At first glance, it seemed like an ordinary pause, but it turned out to be anything but. Moments later, a massive rock crashed down from above, striking the exact stretch of road where their car would have been had they not stopped. Watching the footage, it's chilling to realize just how close they came to disaster. The impact was so strong it would likely have crushed the driver's side completely. It makes you wonder, was it simple luck, an instinct the driver couldn't explain, or something beyond human understanding like a protective force that urged them to stop? Number 34. While heading back from a camping trip through the quiet Czech countryside, a Reddit user and his friends stumbled upon something that left them puzzled. Just a few hundred meters from the village, they noticed a handful of small lights flickering across a dark field. It clearly wasn't car headlights, there was no traffic, and it was far too late for anyone to be working out there.
Se nota pues. Yo. Chupa con esto. Se tiene acá. Yo, para ver. Vamos, cameraman, de verdad. Ya tengo un coche.
The lights seemed to blink in a pattern, almost like some kind of silent signal. Then, out of the darkness, came an unsettling noise, faint, speech-like sounds they couldn't quite place. At first, they thought it might be birds or animals making odd calls, but it was nearly 11 p.m., and nothing seemed to add up. Even after tossing a stick toward the source, the noises didn't stop. Instead, they grew louder and seemed to drift closer, as if something or someone was aware of them. Later, they looked into possible explanations, discovering that certain electromagnetic waves from solar activity can create strange sounds. But even so, what about the lights? It's a mystery that left them. And anyone who hears their story with far more questions than answers.